Good morning, Vietnam. Guys, it's not morning and it's not Vietnam. What it is the Florida Treasure Coast Market Update. And if you stick with me, I'm going to talk to you about the hottest, most affordable place in South Florida right now.
You better get fired up.
Better get fired up, man. I love that opening. Today, I want to show you some statistics in our MLS that will show you why people are flooding into Port St. Lucie. It's not a secret, right? I think the mindset of a person in Port St. Lucie is, I bought my home for $150,000, $200,000, $250,000. Even 3 years ago, maybe you bought your home for $300,000. Now the average, or I should say the median price point for a single family home in Port St. Lucie is around $420,000, right? So it's gone up considerably. If you want something with some upgrades, maybe a pool, whatever, you're looking at $500,000-$600,000 in a lot of cases. So the question is, Joe, what does it look like if I were to travel somewhere else, right? And I'm not going to go north. Because yes, if you want something more affordable, it does get cheaper. I'd say probably 5 to 10% cheaper. You can go up to like Vero Beach, up to Palm Bay, anywhere in that area. You will find things that are a little bit more affordable. Fort Pierce is more affordable than Port St. Lucie. But if you go south, not only does it get more expensive, but boom, it gets drastically more expensive, right? And I want to show you that difference with actual statistics. So I'm going to share a screen here. What I'm about to show you is the MLS. And the MLS is the tool that we as realtors use to input listings into home listings. And then as buyer's agents, we can, look up data. And it's what also feeds out to all the websites you guys know, which is like Zillow, Trulia, Realtor, Redfin, EXPRealty.com, Keller Williams, Remax, Coldwell Banker, you name it. If it's called an IDX feed, you're getting data from this source. This is the source where people, or I should say those websites, are getting their info from, right? So this is the hub, baby. This is where it all comes from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, we've got closed. So these are actual sold properties. They're sold in roughly the last 30 days, right? The 17th of December to the 17th of, today of January. And we've got Port St. Lucie, the city of Port St. Lucie. And we're looking at single family homes. How many sales do we have? 248. Let's go to list. And I want to look at that 124th property. So you can see what the median sale in the last 30 days in Port St. Lucie is, right? Just put a graphic up on my page. The difference in the graphic versus what I'm showing you now, it was St. Lucie County. Right now I'm showing you Port St. Lucie, right? But you can see it was exactly what I said it was, 420, right? 420 is the median sales price of a home in Port St. Lucie in the last 30 days. Now, I'm going to jot that down. Let me get my jotter down. 420. Okay, now let's go do the same thing, but we're going to look at Martin County. We're not going to look at West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Those are expensive areas. A lot of people think, oh, you go down to Martin County, it's going to be 20, 30% more expensive. I'm sure you're getting from my tone that that's not where we're headed, but I'll leave the suspense in. Let's see what happens. So we're going to go county, Martin. Okay, so now we got 101 sales. Let's come to list. Man, I just looked it up an hour ago. It was 99, so we had 2 more sales. That's good. So it's going to be the 51st property, which is 645. So the median property in Martin County is going for 645. The median property in Port St. Lucie is going for 420. Let me pull out my magic calculator. All right. So we're going to go 645 minus 420 equals divided by 420. That is a 53.6% increase that you are paying to live in Martin County for roughly the same house. That is the data. And when you look at that data, it's really easy to see why people from Miami, from Fort Lauderdale, from West Palm Beach, from Martin County are selling their homes for $645,000. Median price. They're pocketing $225,000. And then they're taking the other $420,000 buying a home here that's roughly the same exact home, but now they got $250,000 in their bank account, and they're in an area that is absolutely attractive to a lot of people. And guys, that's just the people south of here. We've also got out-of-staters coming primarily from New Jersey, New York, California, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. They are flooding into this state at the rate of about 1,000 people a day. I think it was like 900 and something. And that's why. So for all the locals looking at this market saying, how can these prices keep going up? I can't believe why people are coming here. It's because you've got tunnel vision, right? You're looking at Port St. Lucie and Port St. Lucie only. But if you're in another state, if you're south of here, and you're seeing that you can pad your bank account and get the same house here. And in all honesty, we think the traffic is crazy here, but compare it to Miami, compare it to West Palm Beach, compare it to New York, it's way better here, right? So again, we've got tunnel vision. We wish we had what we had 20 years ago, 10 years ago. We don't. The blessing is we don't have it because we live in such an attractive, amazing place. And isn't that phenomenal, right? So I don't know what nuggets there are to pull away from here. If you're a seller, values have gone up. You probably purchased your home for 200-300 grand, and now it's worth 400 or 500 grand, which is phenomenal. Everybody likes that, right? We're seeing a lot of people too selling their properties here and doing what I just said, but instead of Fort Lauderdale to here, or Martin County to here, they're selling here and going to Tennessee or Kentucky or somewhere cheaper. And they're buying a home for half the price, putting 100, 200 grand in their bank account, and they're living in a very similar house, right? Now, they're not in South Florida. They don't get the weather we get and the tax benefits we get and the ocean right next door. But they get to retire and they get to have a certain quality of life and other things that are attractive to them, right? So as a seller, realize that's an option. If this place has gotten a little bit too expensive for you, you want to do what I just mentioned, you can do that, right? And you can get a realtor just like me to come in, and for free, no obligation, we'll give you the value in your property. We'll talk to you what all the costs, about what all the costs would be and what you would actually walk with. Because who cares what you sell for? What's the check I'm getting, baby? That's what people want to know. So we can give that to you, right? If you're a buyer, it's not the market you probably hoped it would be here, because you've got a lot of competition flooding in here. Now, I will say you're looking at $600,000, $700,000, $900,000 or more in Port St. Lucie. That market's a little softer. You're probably not going to be facing multiple offers. You might be able to negotiate $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 off. You might be able to get some of the terms you like. That market's a little bit softer. But when you're looking at 450, definitely 400 and lower, that's a very hot market because the amount of people that are interested in this area, and this is crazy to me, right? How much this has changed in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. That is what a first-time homebuyer price point is now, 400 to 450. That's just crazy. I remember when I sold Minnesota back in 05, 06, 07, when we had a $350,000 sale, that was like a semi-luxury sale. That was a decent sale, right? Now that's below average. That just blows my mind, man. It's crazy. But anyway, guys, there's some wonderful stats for you. Hopefully that's helpful. It's probably bad news for some, great news for others. If you've got any other videos you'd like me to go over in the future, certainly let me know. We do videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all live. You can dictate what the topics are, but Wednesdays, specifically at 12:30, we do the Florida Treasure Coast Market Update, giving you insight to what your market in Port St. Lucie is doing. Guys, thanks for joining me, and have an absolutely wonderful rest of your week.